Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in. It's a Monday Night Primetime showdown. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cincinnati Bengals. On the Tampa Bay side of the field, head coach Todd Bowles. These guys 6-2 over the last 2 months of play. Across the field, the head coach of the Bengals. His side also a favorite in their conference, so a possible Super Bowl preview taking place here. Kate Scott joined by my partner Brock Hewer. This is punter Bradley Pinion to get us started. And we're off in Cincinnati. As this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
And you wonder, as he's about to take his first snap today, yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Here we go, here we go.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Burrow. He throws a bullet deep to the right. Big gain downfield. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Here we go.
Brown on the inside give. His charge towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Here we go.
With on 2nd, it's Brown. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Gun.
Burrow back to throw. It's caught. Chase has it. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. That's him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
So much credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive. For the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Chris Braswell there for the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving. Brock pounding it forward, setting an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know, successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
Robbed by the 1st down he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Catch is made in close. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And he's been putting together what should finish as a true standout campaign. Right now, top 5 across the league in rushing. They've got first down from the 31. Baker now off the play fake. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They kick the running back in motion. On 3rd and 2, here's Mayfield. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Well, no luck on his first look of the game, and it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
It's fielded at the 14. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Here we go. 180. Stop.
And Brown starting to drive. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Yaya Diaby brings him down. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Stop.
They'll run again with Brown. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
On 1, right?
1st and 10 from the 41.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Brown again. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Bengals with a chance to boost their lead.
10 at the 49-yard line.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the second level and beyond.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
This time it's a passing play. Escapes the pocket. Has it at the 7. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals double their lead to 14.
Bengals 14. Buccaneers nothing. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Tampa Bay sending its offense out. Their second drive coming up. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. First down, here's Baker. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 26.
It leads to second and 10.
Throwing again is Baker. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. Mayfield on first and 10. Grabbed by Chris Godwin. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up.
First down, Buccaneers.
They take the handoff. Now it's Mayfield. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Once more, it's Mayfield. Out left and Otten makes the grab. He takes this down to the opposing 47. Play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's
Third down, here's Mayfield. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. Now a hit, Mayfield loses the ball. And the Bengals get to it. And they can't cobble a return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field.
Man, that run was looking so good for him, but you'll see QBs don't always tuck it away like running backs do. That was loose, ball away from his body, and in prime position to be knocked free. That's exactly what happens once that defender catches him downfield.
Here we go, here we go.
This drive will begin with a run by Brown. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
That's good for the Bengals.
Done.
On the handoff, this is Brown. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Benjamin Morrison coming up to make that tackle. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First down run gets them 6, so now it is 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Burrow throwing out of the pistol. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be blocked out after reaching the 43. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
Our trip through the NFL starts now at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. It's the Saints at home to take on an NFC South foe, the Atlanta Falcons. And it's Bijan Robinson. He's a weapon in the run game. He's a weapon in the passing game. Look at him go. This will be an 83-yard catch and run for the touchdown. The Falcons walk it off. They win in overtime. From there, let's go out to Denver, checking in on the Broncos as they host the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this is Pat Bryant. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this one in. A 55-yard touchdown. The Broncos use a late score to celebrate the come-from-behind victory. Lastly, we head out to SoFi Stadium. It's the Chargers hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. And here's the Chiefs running back. He's going to deliver in the red zone to the end zone, 12-yard touchdown run. The Chiefs win their 3rd straight game as they get the victory today. With that, time for a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Things getting interesting now as the regular season starts to wind down. In the game you're watching, we saw a couple of touchdowns in the first half. 14-0 is the score as we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Buccaneers getting their offense set to go to begin the third. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Mayfield. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
2nd down. Mayfield to pass. Dumped off to his running back. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
3rd and long for him here. Throw left side, complete. And this is going to be 4th down, Brock. He's out of bounds, well shy of what they needed there. Buccaneers out and into punt formation. Punt meets him at the 28. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Bengals and running back Chase Brown getting set to begin another drive here. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. 1st down carry for Brown. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45.
1-1, ready?
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
That's good for a Bengals first down.
Here we go.
A give now to Brown. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
What a great sign to start the 2nd half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
On the move, headed right. To the sideline it goes. He's got it beyond the marker. Looks like he stayed in as well. Offense set for a 1st and 10.
That's another.
Throwing is Burrow. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st down and goal.
Here we go.
1st down, Burrow to throw. He brings it in. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals push their lead further to start the half. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. It kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
McPherson at the point after. extra point set right down the middle. And the Bengals stretch their lead to 21.
Buccaneers, nothing. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. This makes it up to the 25.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. Play fake. It's Mayfield. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they drop him with a big hit, but it's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's the Bucs who are going to have the football. This game has been an absolute nightmare for them. First down, ball at the 36. Mayfield now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and
Baker now from the gun. It's Godwin again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A dose of the hurry up offense here. Baker throwing again. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
There's no negatives ever on the grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Unable to connect with his running back. So it'll be third down.
The coverage by Demetrius Knight.
Receiver in motion, headed right. Throw on third down. It's complete. This is Buccaneers. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Working quickly here.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Buccaneers.
Inside, this is Buccaneers. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Buccaneers
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Hits him on the out route. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Mayfield to throw again. That's McMillan with the catch out left. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get it back to within 2 possessions. Jalen McMillan with the touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers get it back to a 14-point game.
Buccaneers 7.
Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. And the Bengals hands team does its job recovering that kick. Well, it kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold. could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. To the right side and wheeled in by Chase. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Ready?
First down, ball at the 36.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Going play action here. Burrow. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So 2nd down coming up. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
And the Bengals first down. First and 10.
They're now set for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
A run with Brown. And he has enough room to gain about 4. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. On the ground, Brown. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
7th play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Big 13.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals moments away from celebrating their 14th win this season. 7th play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
4-yardage run here for Brown. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. That's a short gain of 1.
It's a gain of a yard.
And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
Bengals first down.
Here we go.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Has it in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is wide open.
He's going to pass it here. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals have likely locked up the win right there. T. Higgins, the touchdown. So an exclamation point there. So we have a pause here inside 2 minutes. All reviews come from the booth. And they want to take one more look. Ooh, it doesn't get much closer than this, Brock. Did that ball in any way break the plane of the end zone?
You know how I like to look at this, Kate? Imagine a plane of glass going from the front end of that end zone straight in the air. In any part of the ball, any part of it just touches the plane of that glass, and this is a touchdown.
No change to the call on the field. That play is going to remain a touchdown. Going after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals stretch their lead to 21.
Buccaneers 7. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Tampa Bay ready to head out to the field. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. First down, looking to throw. Mayfield. This is hauled in by Ott on the right side. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
10 yards on the pickup.
He'll get to the line and spike the football to stop the clock.
30-yard line.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Trying to set this up quick.
A gain of 13 yards.
They get to the line and spike the football to stop the clock. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, Mayfield. Caught by Godwin on the slant. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory. On 3rd and 2, here's Mayfield. It's a little too much into this one. That's too high. Brings up 4th down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Running for it, here's Irving. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Here we go, here we go.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
Stop.
It's victory formation the rest of the way for the Bengals, who take a knee.
Here we go. Big 13.
So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happens over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.
The finish line is in sight. Hi, everyone. Scott Hansen here, and this is your weekly recap for Week 16. Lots to get to this week. We start in Cincinnati. The Bengals at home to take on Tampa Bay. And it's a big play by the Bengals defense. This would turn out to be one of the biggest plays of the game. The Bengals get the victory here in a battle of two teams who could end up seeing each other again in February. Why don't we go over to Charm City now? Check in on the Ravens. They're hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. And here's the Eagles wideout. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. 75 yards this one goes. The catch and run for the score. The Eagles get the victory here. They win it by 10. Lastly, let's go out to Santa Clara. The 49ers taking on the Cowboys. And this is Jordan James. Gets past the line of scrimmage, gets room, gets it in. 22 yards on the touchdown. So that'll do it for us as we look forward to what should be a fantastic final 2 weeks of the regular season. I'm Scott Hansen. Happy holidays from all of us at EA Sports.